get into it and look at me myself over here. Am I live? Hey, how come I don't see anything over here? Yeah, so that's the problem. Sometimes they have this like white screen, black screen, blank screen, nonsense screen. Okay, right. Welcome back to Ask Me Anything Sunday session. This is where I go live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. answering general questions that I receive across all the channels that I operate in. But mainly, if you want to ask me any question, my recommendation is do it on my YouTube channel. All right. The best way to ask question is to go to my YouTube channel. If you can search a little bit, to see whether I do have some answers for you, because I have over about 800 over videos on my YouTube channel. So chances are I've probably answered your question before. So search for it. If you can find it, then of course, awesome. I wish I could help you. But if not, then of course you can actually post your questions in any of the videos as a comment, and I'll bring them over here to kind of like answer you. The reason why I don't like to comment, reply by commenting via comment, it is because I believe when it comes to Facebook advertising, digital marketing related discussions, it's very difficult to actually communicate via text. I probably can't get my message across in a very accurate way. So I'll rather talk to you, right? I'd rather bring it up here. I would rather explain to you verbally, so that I probably can even give you some suggestions, or even to do some screenshot or screen share to give you better idea, on your question. So that's how I do it. So yeah, any question, post it on my YouTube channel. But if you're here, okay, thank you so much for joining me. What's up, GY? All right. So how's dinner? Okay. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I've been doing this for like 90 over weeks now. So it's really something that I am committed to do every week. So, yep. Okay. If you have any questions, if you're watching this live, and if you have any questions, feel free to pop your questions in the comment. Okay. I will come back to this after I go through a few questions. Today, I don't have a lot of questions. But then again, let's take a look at it. Okay. So here we go. So I'm sorry, I forgot to screenshot this friend's name. Okay, but he's asking, all right, you watched my video regarding account permanently restricted, and it happened to you just now. How do you charge to get it back? Okay, now if you're asking for someone, or you're looking for someone to get your permanently restricted account back, I actually have no solution for you. However, okay, I can offer you a few suggestions on what you can do. Right, first thing first, if you are very sure that your account is permanently restricted, all right, you see, when it comes to permanent restriction, there are a few situations. Whether it's your ad account permanently restricted, or is it your, your profile permanently restricted, or your page permanently restricted. Okay, the common situation or scenario is your ad account is permanently restricted, but your Facebook profile and your Facebook page remains intact. Okay, so this is the scenario. If it remains intact, what I would suggest you to do is, okay, meaning, you see, there are three main things, right? Or actually four, right? There are four main things. First, it has to be your Facebook profile, all right? And then your Facebook page, and then your Facebook ads account, and your Facebook business manager account. There are four elements involved when it comes to account disability or ban, right? So there are a few permanently restriction. We actually, permanent restrictions can apply to all these three levels. So if your permanent restriction is only happening to your Facebook ads manager, that means your business manager is okay, your page is okay, and your profile is okay. Now, when it comes to this kind of situation, all right, what I would suggest you to do, listen very carefully, step by step, okay? First thing first, get somebody else's account to start a new business manager. When I say somebody else's account, I don't mean start a new Facebook profile. Do not freaking do that. Get your girlfriend's account, get your husband's account, get your father's account, I don't care. That account has to be active and, like really active for a while. Okay, so what we can do is we get this account. It has to be active. You can't just create a new account for that. I say it multiple times. Don't come back and say that, I create a new account, I got disabled. I mean, that one is really like, you deserve it. Anyway, so when you start a new business manager account under somebody else's Facebook profile, okay, so what you do next is you claim your Facebook page into the new business manager, because just now our situation is you only have your Facebook ads manager restricted. Okay, so once you have a new business manager, you claim the existing Facebook page, which is originally part under the old business manager account. Okay, we claim under the new business manager account. So the steps is actually fairly straightforward, but there are some confusion that could happen. So when you claim, you need to go back to the old business manager to release it. Now, there are two scenarios that could happen. Okay, because technically, when a business manager account that has disabled ads account, okay, I have to actually explain this in a more detailed way so that I want to make sure that you get the idea. So if the business manager has a permanently disabled ad account, this business manager is as good as useless. However, because other things remain intact, you can still do things like add new page, connect new people, and all that. I mean, that's the better case scenario, right? So when you are in the better case scenario, meaning you can actually claim your Facebook page back. I mean, and imagine you have spent a lot of money and time building your Facebook page. You probably have tens or even 100,000s of people on the page. You don't want it to just die like that. So you can actually claim it back to the new business manager. Now, if it's okay, then you can claim it and you can go back to the old business manager and approve it. Now, the worst case scenario is the business manager is not allowed to do any changes. So what you can do, you contact Facebook, you file a claim, as in like the right claim, as in to file a claim, as in like you say that you are the owner of this Facebook page. All right. But before you do that, you see, I'm giving you a lot of crazy steps here. So this is really something that I can see a lot of people asking, because currently a lot of shit is happening around Meta, especially Facebook page and Facebook ads accounts are being disabled like nobody's business. So I'm just going to give you these tools. So in your new business manager, before you do this claim, you want to make sure that you verify your business manager first, if you can. Okay. Because if you do not, then probably you have some challenge, because they may ask you for some like extra verification and all that. But if you have your business manager verified under your business, as in like registration, that is a lot easier. Okay, so you can actually file for page claim. So you need to contact Facebook to go through the steps and say that, oh, my page is actually over there. I want to bring it back to the rightful business entity, which is this one, this new business manager. So once this is done, I would actually recommend, so let's say now follow the steps, okay? You have a new business manager now, and you claim your Facebook page, your existing Facebook page into your new business manager. Perfect. You have got this done. Awesome. This is actually the very good step accomplished. Now, the next thing you do is, I would recommend that you use that. Let's say you are now using your father's account, okay, your father's Facebook profile. So what I would suggest is, before you do anything further, get your father. This is the new business manager, right? The page is in, and your father is the admin of it, right? Get your father to start running. I mean, it's either you get your father to do it, or you actually take over your father's account and do it, right? So create a ads manager under the new business manager. I want to go through step by step to make sure you get it. Create a new ad account under the new business manager, which is already connected to your existing Facebook page, and you start running ads a little bit. Okay, so you start running ads. Just let it run. Spend a little, spend big, it doesn't matter, because I am almost 100% sure that your father will face the same thing, which is, your ad account is disabled, and all this nonsense will happen to him or to the new business manager. Now, you know the drill, all right? Do not panic. Go through the steps, submit the ID or whatnot, which is your father's ID, of course. And then after that, get it back. You probably have to go through these several rounds. Some nonsense is happening around. We do not know what is really happening. So go through these several rounds. When it's more stable, then you know what you can do? You can actually, this is provided your profile is intact. Your profile has no restriction, no violation. You are free to move. Now, you can actually, all right, delete the old business manager. Just let it go. And then you add yourself back into the new business manager as an admin. And you start running things over there. And you might face situation like they will ask you for verification and what nonsense again, but you know the drill, doesn't matter. Here's the thing, this is how you do this. I have actually broke it down step by step to give you what you should do. So I want to make sure that you actually follow the steps. Because recently, a few people came to me and say that, hey, I have permanent restriction. However, we realized the permanent restriction does not happen to the profile. It will only happen to the ads manager. So this is actually a very quick way that you can save. Now, just in case you are bloody not sure which state you are in right now, okay, like shit is happening. I do not know what is my current situation. What should I do next? Okay, I am offering this thing. All right, you can actually scan this QR code. Okay, buy me a coffee, which is real cheap. All right, and I will spend half an hour with you to look at your situation, and I will give you suggestions and recommendations about what you can do next. You see, do not come to my video and vote my video down and say that, oh, you are not providing answers and all these kind of things. Come on, man. Your situation and my situation might be different. I mean, I would say almost 99% we could be different. And different people will have different scenario. How can I actually have a video that solves all the problem, my friend? Agree? So this is what I want you to do. If you really need my help and you say that, come on, man, please give me some guidance about what can be done and what can you do and all that. Scan this QR code. You will actually land on Fiverr, which is my gig, which is to like buy me a coffee to spend half an hour with me so that I can look into your situation and give you recommendation. Okay, all right, cool, huh? Just want to make sure that actually we get this over, huh? Right? And Chia is saying instead of listening to the whole process and attempting it alone, I'd rather pay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, actually, a few people pay me for this. In fact, a lot actually, like recently. Everybody's facing this problem. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, if you need help, just scan this QR code and come over. All right, let's have a chat. Okay. See, like this is not the only one. Actually, a few, but I just brought a few situations over here, just to bring it up for discussion. All right. So this is from Ashraf. So Ashraf has different situations. So Ashraf runs a marketing agency. All right. And Ashraf is saying, add restriction and disable problem. Although you follow the policy, makes your team and client in trouble now. All right. So you want to ask my opinion and perspective about this issue. Now, I can tell you my opinion and perspective. It's this. It is Facebook doing funny things, but I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But probably they actually screw up a little bit in terms of the process. Probably some, I don't know, some algorithm situation or some back-end AI situation that is happening. I'm not sure. But what Facebook is trying to do with all this disability, I mean, like banning your ad account, disable your bad account, like false alarm saying that you violate any rules, but in fact, you do not. In fact, what they're trying to do is there are two things. First thing first, in fact, there are one thing, just one thing. They want to validate that you are a human behind the ad account. You are not some bot and whatnot that is actually screwing the system, gaming the system to do some funny things all around. All right. So that was the initial plan. In fact, I spoke to my, like account manager, my Facebook account manager. He actually agreed to that as well. He said that, they are trying to validate, especially they want to make sure that you have an ID, you are a real person, because if there is any situation, they can come back to you. Same thing happened to Google. I kept telling people, in fact, I recently just had my Google Ads account validated. In fact, at that point of time when I kind of missed that deadline, and my ad account was disabled. Yeah, I mean, disability doesn't really only happen on Facebook, it happens on Google as well. So I was disabled for a brief 1 week, I think. And then I had to do the same thing, submit my ID, submit my business registration and all those nonsense. And I got it back within 3 days, I think. Then I got my ads back up and running again. But what is happening to Facebook right now? Like today, I was in some of the groups that I'm in. Some people say that, especially if you're running an agency, especially, some people say that they have like 20 pages banned at the same time in the morning, like crazy. Some people say that there are tens of pages or tens of ads account got disabled just like that. Just like what Chiwai said, AI is being way touchy, correct? It is, let's not try to guess whatever it is, all right? I probably say that it could be some AI issue or some whatever. I mean, it's their internal problem. It's definitely their internal issue. What I want to say here is it is not your problem, but you can only play by the rules. You can only actually do whatever that you can do within your capacity to see whether you can get it back or whatnot. Because to be frank, there is nothing you can do except follow the steps, do whatever you want or they want you to do, and on top of that, what else you can do? I mean, if you totally believe that you are not at fault, you did not do anything wrong, just keep bugging them. Just keep bugging them, ask them, message them, email them, and whatnot. Just keep asking them. And at best, if you have some account manager like what Chiawan and I do, so we can actually prompt our account manager to do something. So yeah, so this is really something that is really happening right now. So yeah, Ashraf, I hope I answered your question. So any one of you, just any one of you, if you're facing the same problem, like you're a marketing agency, you have ad restriction and all that is really happening across the world right now. If you need help, I'm going to bring this up real quick again. If you need my help, you can scan this QR code and we can spend half an hour looking into your problem, and I will give you some suggestions and recommendations. But let me put a hell big but over here first. All right, I do not guarantee a solution. I'm not Facebook. I don't work with Facebook. I don't work for Facebook. I don't work under Mark. Okay, I don't know. I can't help you. But because my clients, my students, and all that, we have gone through a lot of these situations, I probably can give you some suggestions, give you some pointers about what you can do next and stuff like that. Okay, right? Just to make sure we have the expectation clear. I don't look like Mark, right? Although we are same age, right? I don't. I'm not. Okay. All right. So yeah, thanks for that. Okay. And yeah, so let's get back to this Ashraf. So Ashraf is saying you can't scale ads and all this kind of thing. Yeah, it's totally okay. I have no course for that, Ashraf. Okay, since you asked this, I forgot to address that just now. I have no course for that. I have nothing for that. But what I can only offer is the one-on-one. Okay, half an hour. Just ask me any questions so we can actually look into your situation together. All right. Yeah. So right. So, and Chiwa is saying you're perfectly okay if their intention is to prove us human or not bot, and legit versus non-legit, just being just too many false alarms. Actually, very true. I mean, we have, but if I'm not sure whether you realize this, if your business manager is very verified, I mean, I'm just saying, touch wood. Okay. Most of my clients, not most of my business, I only have, like those. Most of my clients, if their business manager is verified, they don't really report this problem back to me. And of course, the other scenario is their ad account has been around for a while. It's not a new one, newly created for a year or two, but it has been around for like maybe at least 3 years and 5 years and above. They are pretty okay. So I actually don't get anything from them. Unless if you got your hack, all this kind of nonsense, then it's a different story. So that's that. Okay. Yo, Kevin, what's up? Welcome in. All right. And Chiwai say challenge them. Yeah, just challenge them. I mean, like recently, you know what? My friend Andrew, one of his account is having some issue with the pixel thing, right? But that also, I mean, caused him a lot of hair loss, I believe. He asked me to look at it. I don't know how. And we actually escalated this to Facebook. Well, they have no idea. So sometimes this is the problem with Facebook, because a lot of them are, I'm not saying that Facebook concierge or the support team is bad. However, they have a lot of SOPs, and a lot of times all these are customer service. They are not technical people. So I don't blame them for not being able to provide answer. And hierarchy of escalating this to a technical person is probably a lot more, I don't know, man, just too far away, and they probably don't really get back with a technical solution that can satisfy our need. So that's something that something that you have to look into. So that's why I will always say that every single situation is a new situation. Seriously, you do not know. I mean, your experience could be totally different from anyone else in the world. I mean, just go through that. And if you want to share with me, I mean, just come back over here and share with me your situation. Okay, all right. So this is Eloise. I can actually see that. So Eloise is saying she's sharing her experience. So you will keep email and create live chat, although they will always answer you in a very protocol way. Nothing much we can do. Just keep appear if you are not violating their policy. So Eloise, did you get it back? Did you get it back? So this is a very good perspective. That's what I recommended as well. All right, just keep asking them and all this kind of thing. And Eloise went on and say that especially new ad accounts, somehow very easy to trigger the bot and being restricted. Correct. And she did mention that submit your identity also another step they can attempt to. So my question to you, Eloise, because you did mention that you keep asking them, email them, and live chat them, right? Did you get your page back, or did you get your account back? Just want to know. I mean, if you do get it back, then that's one valid route, right? Oh yeah, I mean, Eloise say eventually yes, awesome. So that's a valid route. So like I always say, sometimes if you want it bad enough, you do whatever, right? You just do whatever. Just try to get it back. Just keep hitting them, and how can I actually get it back? I mean, you just do whatever you can. So that's the situation. So yeah, I mean, we spent good 20 over minutes just now discussing about the situation of your ad account restricted, your ads manager, I mean, your business manager being restricted, or your page restricted. I offer you some suggestions just now about some route you can take, but just in case, if you really need help, remember you can actually scan this QR code and buy me a coffee. We can actually have a half an hour discussion, look into your situation, and I will give you some recommendations about what you can do next. Okay, so that's that. Thank you so much, and thank you, Eloise and Chiwai, for sharing your experience. Now we have another question coming from Leo. Okay, Leo is asking on a very specific video. All right, this is a video that I walk you through on how to insert Facebook pixel into Eventbrite. All right, and Leo is asking, okay, when you go for test event for the Facebook pixel, there is no reaction. You have created Facebook pixel to track event registration, content view, blah, 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 and does not show up on Facebook site. As in nothing happened in test events. Okay, now for this kind of situation, because this video was made quite a while ago, I must say, it's actually before the iOS 14.5. Now, you know that after iOS 14.5, we have this, like restriction, as in like, if you want to create pixel for a domain, that domain has to be verified under your business manager. So now my situation is I have not been touching Eventbrite for a long time. So I probably have to go back and test, and I can show you some steps. But what you need to find out is from Eventbrite side on how to actually work around this domain verification issue. Because there might be some misreporting or some like misconfiguration. If the domain is not under yours, you may not be able to use it to create pixel for that. So that's just one scenario, right? But now, however, if you can, I mean, technically, actually, you should be able to, but there might be some workaround. You want to look into that. You can actually check with Eventbrite. Now, the other situation is now you are sure that they can actually install pixel, which I believe they still can, and you have no issue with the verification. What you can do next is, Leo, you can actually install this thing called Pixel Helper, Facebook Pixel Helper. And just need to go to your, the Eventbrite page that you want to track. You go through the steps and keep checking the helper to see whether it's validated or not. And then you come back to your pixel to see whether you have the green light on the pixel to show that it's actually working and collecting data. Now, the other situation that what they are probably facing right now is when you do test event and there is no reaction, probably because the pages were not triggered. You probably want to go in and browse yourself a little bit to trigger the pixels and all that to see whether you can actually start triggering the data to come into your pixel to see, well, the whole thing works or not. So do a little bit of testing here and there. Hopefully you have some, like workaround on that. But if you need help, I find this come very handy. Some people really need to speak with me, but I can't possibly, accept everyone to have a call. But this is at least to we make friends, you buy me coffee, then I spend half an hour with you to look into your situation. If you have some pixel issue that you need some help, or you need some third party eye to look into, whatever situation that you're facing, to probably give you some potential solution, because we have been through quite a lot of different situations. We probably can offer you some suggestion or two. So you can actually scan this QR code and you'll be landed on Fiverr. So all you need to do is just buy me a coffee, and we can spend half an hour to look into whatever situation that you have over there. All right, so this is the QR code, just do that. And my last question is, okay, now this is also a video that I get a lot of inquiries about, how to become a Facebook marketing partner. Okay, I mean, I believe this video will not stop those questions coming back in. First thing first, okay, Facebook business, which is now called a Meta business partner, or Meta marketing partner right now, okay, it's not available in all countries in the world. That's first thing first, all right? It's not available in all countries in the world. But even if it's available in your country, in fact, how do you actually get it? Just Google Meta marketing partner. Make sense? Just Google Meta marketing partner. Then you will be landed, you'll see a page, then you go in, and you will see it like, oh, this is the Meta Meta marketing partner. Now, there must be some button that you can say that you can submit or sign up as one. Make sense? Make sense? All right? You can actually just sign up or submit or register as one. And they will tell you that, thank you for your registration. We will consider, we will get back to you. And then you'll be asking, can you help? I can't. Just wait. My friend, everybody thinks I work for Facebook. I'm not, my friend. Submit the registration and wait. Like you see, like Chiwai already got it here. You see, if you cannot Google, you can actually just copy and paste like facebook.com/business/become-a-partner. That's it. Go in, sign up and register. Now, if you go into this page and you say that, it's not available for your country, then, yet again, I'm not Facebook. I can't help you, my friend. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this clears the doubt. Okay, and yeah, just go through that. You see, a lot of people want to talk to me and say that, hey, can I talk to you? Like a lot of you message me, like on Instagram, which come on, man, I don't respond to Instagram message. Don't do that. And some people actually message me and say, just want to be friend. Yeah, it's okay. But I don't chat. If you want to really find some friend to chat, then Tinder is a better place, I suppose. All right. So yeah. So anyway, so this is how you do this. And if any one of you who see this video and say that, I still want to talk to this guy, right? Fine. I give you a channel. You can actually scan this QR code, buy me a coffee. At least you buy me a coffee, then I think we can spend half an hour together. I think it's fair. Buy me a coffee, but I'm not saying that you will be able to see me tomorrow. You still have to go through schedule. If you can't find time this week, then next week then. So yeah, so that's how we do this. All right. And hopefully when we talk, when we meet, or via Zoom, of course, I'll be able to give you some pointers about, possibly what can be done. But if you want to become a marketing partner, just like Chiwai's already have this link over here. Thank you, Chiwai, for helping. That's the link. Just copy and type the link into your browser and go there and follow the steps. That's it. There is no fast track. There is no backdoor. There is nothing. And being a marketing partner doesn't make me have special access to anything extra. To actually help you do anything. Like some people actually came to say, can you help me get blue badge, the blue tick? I was like, okay. And somebody asked me, can you help me get what else? The media partner. Which is, I have all my original content, but I'm not allowed to monetize my content. I have no idea about monetization on Facebook, my friend. But if you have a lot of content, I would recommend that. Why don't you go to YouTube? It's a lot easier to monetize. I don't need to become a whatever partner. I'm already making thousands of ringgit every month from YouTube itself through advertisement. So why not? Right? So YouTube is a better place to monetize, my friend. All right, try that. Okay. All right. I guess, pretty nice chat. Sorry for a little bit of rants today because, these are all the questions that I get all the time, and I have no solution. All right. So for the marketing partner side, I hope I did give you some pointers. And I think that wraps what we have today. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for watching the replay if you do. And remember, if you have any questions, just go to my YouTube. Don't IG me. don't Facebook message me. I don't respond, okay? And I probably will miss taking screenshot of the questions over as well. So if you want, get your answers, if you want to get your answers to your question real quick, the best bet is YouTube, because you've asked this week, but next Sunday I will surely answer your question. Okay? So with that wraps this down. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Good night.